The Go-Go's live in the Star Lounge.
We were so busy when we did our first record. It was nonstop. It never occurred to us to say, no, we're not going to do that. So we did everything that was asked of us, and when it came time to do a second record, we were like, oh, what are we going to put on it? And luckily, we had a song called Vacation that I brought to the band when I joined, and Charlotte and Jane helped kind of spice it up, and it became the title track.
Now, Jewel live in the Star Lounge.
When it comes to the babies now, who you will save your soul after all the...
You know, I think optimists are usually really just kind of ignorant. They usually just hide their heads in the sand, and I think cynics usually it's the same thing. They're kind of hiding and acting cool, and it's really hard to see the world for what it is and see the truth, but still find beauty and poetry in it, and this record sort of deals with that fine line. I don't feel disillusioned, but I want to know the truth. I don't want to pretend either.
The cops was on a bus down on Oatlands Avenue. Oh, another day, another dollar, and another war.
Now, the Goo Goo Dolls live in the Star Lounge.
Live around here, I wanna wake up where you are. Now don't say anything at all, so why don't you slack? I love my life. I have a great job. I love my life. I make good dough. You know, things are going real well. But that song, it's sort of like when you get a little bit of fame and your circle of friends gets a little bit tighter. You know, you start to be unsure about who to trust. Put your arms around me. What you feel is what you are. What you are is beautiful out there.
Now, In Excess live in the Star Lounge.
So how do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think it out. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life.
You've written so many songs over the years. Just first of all, I have to say, thank God Jason's now on board because he writes too. In the old days, a lot of that stuff I wrote with Michael. I'm very proud to have been associated with someone as talented as him too. I'm lucky to have a band as talented as In Excess to play the songs. Yeah.
Now, KT Tunstall live in the Star Lounge.
But I said no.
I hear that you weren't initially brought up with a lot of music around you.
No, my folks, my dad's a physicist and my mum is a teacher. We didn't have music in our house. We didn't really have a stereo. My folks weren't really into listening to music. And I asked my mum and dad to send me to lessons, and they were really cool, even though it was something they didn't do. They always let me try stuff out. But I cut some corners.
I will last till the end. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I do want to ask you about You're Beautiful. There was a girl involved. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was for me it was a really magical moment that I spotted this girl, on the underground, and there she was with a new man, living a lifetime in that moment. It was very special. And had it worked any differently, had I gone and spoken to her, then it probably would have ruined the moment because I would have said something stupid, and the song wouldn't have been in the first place. So I'm glad for that.
With you.
Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Unwritten is about my younger brother. I wrote it about 2 years ago, and it was his 14th birthday back then. He just inspired me. I wrote him this poem. I didn't have any money at that point. Didn't have a record deal, so I was like, I'll write him a song as a birthday present.
And he's like, great, I wanted a Nintendo.
But I can't live that way, no. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate.